Hey guys, we're the Power Up. Sorry, that really shocked me. Hey guys, we're the Power Up Princesses.
I'm Annie.
I'm Juliana. I was like, nice button. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I know. She was like, "Hey guys, we're the Power Up." Like, did not finish it.
So sad. All right, I know what I did wrong. I was trying to enter this temple from the side, but because I died, I ended up like re-entering it and just went forward, which is the middle room. And there's no keys in here, and I knew that, but I was like, oh, whoop-de-doo, better go in here.
Those skeleton eyes look really creepy, or whatever those are.
Yeah, they are freaky.
Okay, so ever since I found that really big tangle in my hair last episode, I am just thinking about it, like, nonstop, like, trying not to make it worse, like, trying not to move at all, or, like, put any pressure on my hair against the back of the couch. But I don't want to take, my hair's in a ponytail, and I don't want to take it down, and then, like, go downstairs and get my hairbrush and my detangler, and it's just a mess.
Sorry.
But I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. You did not.
I know, because... So, dodge in Bloodborne is O, which is kind of where the A button is on this controller. And so
the A button is everywhere on my controller.
I know. It's honestly everywhere. But I'm like trying to dodge out of the way, and then I just end up shooting like 20 arrows.
Okay, back to talking about controllers, because I think it's really interesting to talk about the difference in controllers. Because it's such a vital part of playing a game and being immersed in it.
Yeah, Nintendo goes so hard.
I know, they do.
Go wild!
So, my favorite controller has always been the GameCube controller.
Yeah.
I will never, ever...
Although it was weird, really like the N64 controller.
I thought you were going to say the Wii.
No.
Just because you said really weird. But that, I don't understand. What was the reasoning behind that controller?
That controller was one of the first ones with this.
The joystick?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when Nintendo made it, it wasn't like there was no like concept of like where to put it.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, we'll put it in the middle, right? Because it allowed for so many different kinds of gameplay. Like some games, like a lot of them were sideways, like where you would hold the middle one and the right one, and that's how you play Zelda games. Sorry, I needed to figure out where I needed to be on this. But you could also like rearrange which hand you were using, right? Like you could switch which ones you were using. Like it was either the middle one and this and the right hand, or the left and the right hand, and I don't know. It was before there was a standard for where joysticks went.
What was on the left?
A D-pad.
The yellow buttons?
No.
That was on the right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So the D-pad was over here on the left, and then or is.
Then the yellow buttons were.
Then the yellow buttons and this stuff, the A and B buttons, were on the right, and then the only thing that was in the middle was the joystick.
And then there was the Z button, or I don't know if it was called the Z button, but the button in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. I just always thought that was the weirdest controller. Like, who thought about that? Because there are 3 places to hold it.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. And I understand that it was weird and new and different, and, like, who knew how to do anything. Mm-hmm. I'm still reading that book, Console Wars, and it's so interesting, like, hearing them talk about how they just didn't know what to do. They just didn't know how to do things and what to expect.
Like they made the consoles, and then like there was no standard for video games. There was no standard for anything.
And that's why the video game industry like pretty much just went kaput in America, is because there was an overload of games.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any standards, so there was an overload of horrible games. And so they just didn't.
I love horrible games.
I know, but nobody did at the time because they didn't want them to be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like now, horrible games are kind of a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like, oh, look at this really bad game, haha, but look at this really good game.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, it was like, look at this one good game, i.e. Pong, and look at everything else that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just think that's so weird that it crashed because there were so many games,
Mm-hmm.
but they all sucked.
That guy was about to teabag me.
I know, I saw that. I think video games are so cool.
Me too.
I like every single thing about them. So cool. But what I was going to say is my favorite controller has always been the GameCube controller. Always, hands down. And I grew up on the GameCube. Like, that was where I started playing games, was the GameCube. And so I think that since I feel like that this one, the PS4 controller, so closely resembles the GameCube in the sense that it has these weird grip things at the bottom. I think that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Because it feels like they both fit in my hands.
Yeah. It was always weird for me because so our generation was kind of born between consoles.
Yeah.
Like between the GameCube and the Wii.
Yeah.
And even though my parents are both gamers, which is wild, they never like they didn't really introduce me to it. Like they weren't like, hey, check out this game, even though like my dad would play games and stuff, but it wasn't like they were busy like trying not to be poor, basically. Yeah. So there wasn't a lot of time for sitting around playing video games and stuff like that. And so I didn't really have an introduction to video games until, real video games, until my mom, when my brother was born, bought me and my sister both a Nintendo DS.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like the original gray clunky ones?
No, the newer version.
The light?
I guess they're called DS Lite. They're
like my pink and white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, DS Lights. I knew you were gonna die.
I need like 400 more hearts.
Get good.
No, I am good at this game. I don't know what's going on.
I know you're good at this game.
I haven't found a fairy in 30 years. It makes me so mad.
You remember that one time you died on purpose and used a fairy?
Yeah.
That sucked.
I know.
And then you quit the game to put you back down to the bottom of the whatever.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
I remember that. But I grew up with the DS and GBA games.
Mm-hmm.
But I never had a Game Boy Advance because before that we were too poor for them. And my dad had sold his GameCube I think one time to pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
So he sold his GameCube and all the stuff with it. And so video games weren't really around when I was super little, but when I was 8 I got that DS, and then I played games on that, and then around the same time Twilight Princess came out,
mm-hmm.
and the Wii, so we bought the Wii, and I watched Chris play Twilight Princess, and that was my formal introduction to actual video games,
mm-hmm.
not Nintendogs, which I was addicted to.
I had Nintendogs.
Dude, I'll tell you what, my girl Julie would kick your dog's ass.
Dude, I don't know, my dog Max is really good.
Max? What a basic name.
Actually, he was my brother's dog. I adopted him when my brother didn't want him anymore.
Cool, he's a charity case.
Oh my god. He's number 1 in agility.
So is every dog?
Okay, wait, I wanted to talk about my history of video games. Are you done? Or did you want to keep talking?
Julie could walk.
Not about your Nintendo. God.
Julie,
about your video games.
Julie could walk to the moon and back in one go. Walks took 4 hours.
Dude, walks were so long, Max.
So long.
Yeah.
It was a chore because you want to go around and find presents and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it takes
mm-hmm.
so long.
And then when they meet other dogs, you're just come on. I don't want to be friends with Fluffy.
And one time I was pissed because I was I was doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom's never been one where she wants me to do something, and I'm like, oh, I'm playing a game. Can it wait a couple minutes?
Yeah.
My mom's not about that. So, like, it was like pause it immediately or lose the console for a week.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Whoa, that was so loud.
I found a meteorite on the side of the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, that was so cool. The first one I found.
Dude, I didn't even know that they existed, and like they're super rare drops. And I don't like when I took Julie on walks, they were so long that I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand.
You're gonna get dead.
I'm gonna get alive.
Wait, you can't crawl through that little space in between the skulls?
No, even though it looks like I should be able to. I'm so tired.
But there's like an invisible box around both of them that meets in the middle. God.
I'm good.
Okay, talk about Julie.
And so she can walk for days, and like I love that dog.
Wait, why can't you be big and go around?
I'm going to. I just thought I had to be small.
Oh.
And you do have to. I have to unlock that door though first.
Okay, anyways.
But so I would get tired of like doing those walks and stuff. So I would set my DS down so I didn't encounter stuff that often because I wasn't there to like make Julie sniff it.
Mm-hmm.
So this one time I was walking around paying attention for like once in my life, and she
That's cute.
I know, right? She I found a present and it was that meteorite, and I was just like amazed. I was like, oh my god. And then my mom was like, Juliana, and so I had enough. I looked up on my phone or something. Must have been the computer. There's no way I had a phone.
Cool. You did it.
No, I haven't.
I know you stood on it with such conviction.
No,
and stayed
I
there.
wasn't. I was looking at the puzzle. God, this is taking a long time to tell. I looked up how much it was worth, and it was worth like $1 million in Nintendo's money, and I was like, I was like freaking out. And so I put my DS down and closed it and went and did something for my mom and came back like an hour later. You know what had happened? My brother had decided that it was his turn to play.
Oh.
And opened up my DS and ripped the cartridge out and put a different game in. And then I lost my meteorite forever.
That sucks.
And Ben almost died that day.
What is happening?
Oh man, I gypped the system. You're not supposed to be able to get past this. I hate these puzzles. I hate the you have to eyeball and figure out how far apart they are puzzles.
Okay, it's the end of the episode.
Hold on, I'm gonna solve this puzzle.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Whatever.
I know how to do it. I just hate that like they like phase through walls and then they're like, it hurts and dies. Oh my god. Bye guys. Say bye.
Bye.